Joe on the Max Allotment Podcast.
Here we go. New episode of the Max Allotment Podcast, episode 61, first episode of 2022. 2022.
Yes.
New year,
Double dip.
new beer, same people. That's what it is. With me today is Joe.
I go by the name of Joe Wonder.
He's in DR chilling. Hector.
This is Hector.
Hey.
Hector's here.
This is Hector. This is Hector.
All right. My man Crenly's here. It's a salute to Bruce himself. And then we got Daniel here.
Oh, you a drop, by the way.
Daniel's visiting us, hanging out with us.
Damn, Daniel.
Yes.
Daniel.
Oh, man.
I got some Vans too, if you want.
I know you do. The
I
first
like
picture
that.
you posted where you tagged me, I think you had Vans on. Oh, man.
Damn, Daniel.
We're here. We're hanging out. We're bullshitting. Let's get right into the beer. So this episode is going to be a really special episode because we're doing all VooDoo Rangers. So for those of you who don't know what VooDoo Ranger is a special IPA series from New Belgium Brewing. You good? He's like, so- sorry, you guys had to see what the hell's going on. So VooDoo Ranger is a special IPA series from New Belgium Brewing. New Belgium does the Fat Tire. I'm drawing a blank. Help me out, Hector. Fat Tire is one of them that I always drank.
No, they do the Fat Tire. They do the Agua Fresca.
Yes, all
They
that
do
shit.
the like 1800 VooDoo Rangers. They do the sour line. I forgot the kiss of kissing. I forgot the name of the sour line that they have also. A lot of good beers, man.
But the best thing about these
Fat
beers,
Tire used to be one of my favorites when I first started drinking like craft beer.
hell yeah,
I used to love Fat Tire.
it's the amber, right? The
I
amber
still
ale?
do actually.
It's the amber ale, right?
Yep.
And the best thing about those beers is that you can find them pretty much anywhere, unless you're looking for them like I was, and I had to search every fucking where for these beers. So yeah, VooDoo Ranger is what we're drinking. So the first VooDoo Ranger we're gonna be drinking today is the Juicy Haze IPA. All right.
Hey.
So 7.5% ABV, Juicy Haze. Here's a little glimpse of the color. It's actually not
Juicy
bad.
Hay.
This is pretty fucking hazy for a supermarket beer. So before we go into the beer itself, let's talk about supermarket beers. What are the pros and cons about supermarket beer? Pros. Let's start with the pros. Find that
Pros.
easy.
Easily
You can
accessible.
always.
Go ahead. Somebody
Yeah,
talk.
primo.
Nah, I just said it. They're easily accessible.
Find them anywhere. Awesome.
Yeah.
And they're cheap usually too. They're not that pricey. Like
Yeah,
I bought a 12-pack for fucking $20. How's that? What does
exactly.
That,
You can't go wrong.
what does that equate
The
to
12 pack here
ounces?
was $16.99.
So if I got 12 beers at 12 ounces each, I can't do the math.
164,
Is that what it is?
144.
144. There you go.
144 ounces.
144.
There you go. So boom. There we go.
144.
Don't
test-
do math in
test-
public, guys.
Nah, I can't do that. That's why I love Excel. I need Excel for this shit, man.
Wow.
I'm a spreadsheet guru, but do that shit in my head? Fuck no.
144.
No, for like if it's between $16 and $20, you get a full 12 pack. Excuse me, 144 ounces, 7.5% ABV is one of the styles. I think they roughly range about 6.5 to 7.5%, which is not bad. So pros are they're fairly priced, pretty good. If you're a snob, you're not going to get a ton of hop flavor out of these, but we'll do a taste test in a second. Do we have one more pro before we go to the cons? Do we have 3 and 3?
When your wife sends you to the grocery store, you can still run and get beer and be good.
There you go.
Smart man right there.
You don't have to detour anywhere. We're like, I know, I only went to the supermarket. That's it.
I walked down that aisle. It's like aisle 11 at Publix, and it just happened to be there.
Yep.
He knows the odd number and everything.
He's like, yo, I'll roll 10. Left
I
side.
remember when I went when my son was real little. He's like 2, and I'm pushing him in the cart, and we're walking by. He's like, "Daddy, beer. Why don't you get something?" People looking at me like I'm crazy.
Like, goddamn it, son,
training him right.
you know me too well.
Maybe. One day I was pouring a bottle, and they're like, "Oh, that's prosecco, right?" I see the bubbles. No.
Okay, now that's a little far.
Like, what?
All
We
right,
got
so
adults out there that don't know what prosecco is.
there's our 3 pros. There's our 3 pros. What are our 3 cons? Shelf life. Shelf life is not. They sit for a while sometimes.
Yeah.
I went to go buy some beer. This is not the grocery store. This is a gas station. There's this brewery in Louisiana I like a lot. And they sell it at this one gas station. I went and picked up that 6-pack. It was like January 2021.
Damn. Yo, check your cans. When you buy at the grocery store, you buy at the gas station, check your cans. Go underneath, check the cans. So this one doesn't have a canned on date. It has a drink by date. So if you drink this by March, it should be good. March of this year. So I fuck with that.
Mine says February of this year.
Oh, okay. So you're close. All right. So I got the fresher batch. Fuck yeah.
But do we know when this was brewed then?
No. So a lot of breweries are doing it now. So now a lot of the flagships, they're doing more of the drink by date versus the canned on date.
Yes, Stone was doing that for a while.
It's probably strategic for the
Enjoy
snobs,
by
man.
was meant to market. That was like because that was a short window, a really short window.
Yeah.
But these are more like, hey, if you don't drink this by then, just put it on half price or some shit. Get rid of it because it's not gonna be any good. So we have the one con is the shelf life. Any other cons as far as supermarket beers, gas station beers, shit like that?
Flavor. You're not gonna find.
You're not gonna have a wide variety.
Yeah, the wide variety of flavors, bro. Like,
Or or were you gonna say the elite stuff? Was that what you're gonna say?
yeah, like it's rare. Like around here, you know, bro. I had to call my boy because my day ran short. I guess I had to call my boy since he was outside. Like, yo, where you at? Can you give me a pack of New Belgians? You know, there ain't none around here. I was walking around the supermarkets around here. I was like, I need 3 of them. I saw the regular ones, only those. So I'm like, hey.
So variety is low. So you do get some craft beer, but a lot of times it's like the basic shit. I mean, the basic shit's stepping it up. I mean, VooDoo Ranger is a good example of that, in my opinion. But yes, to your point, Hector, and to what I was doing looking for beer, I had a hard time finding VooDoo Ranger, which pissed me off. And I don't know if it's because supply was low because of the holidays and shit like that. But yeah, I was like, fuck. And I found the 12 pack and I picked it up. Last con. Do we have a one more con? No? Anything else?
Trying to think, but I can't think of another con.
I have a con. I couldn't find that shit in DR.
No international sales.
Bullshit. other breweries. I'm not gonna mention their name.
Okay.
You know, one with a duck. You know, and other shit. And I'm just like, de verdad. Okay.
El Pato de Chicago.
Ese mismo. Can't mention their name because estoy frío con ellos.
Okay.
You know, so that was really like upsetting. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see one of those special bourbon, the Yili, whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Can I call it out?
Drawing blanks
I'm not a. I don't think we should bite our tongue for that one. Can I call it out?
Nah, I have nothing to do with whatever he says.
No, I'm good. All right, never mind. It's all about the duck.
Stop it.
I was looking for the skull, and they was like, no, leader, no tenemos eso aquí. I'm like, but you have this?
Well, they have distribution through Budweiser, so that's why. So they have distribution through Budweiser, so it's easier for them to do like, and that's also the downside to a lot of them buying these smaller breweries.
I get it, because La Criolla and Bev, same fucking people. So
I'm not gonna lie though. Lagunitas. I don't know if you guys get those in your town.
Oh, there's Lagunitas
They're all
here.
over.
My
They're
man,
all over.
Lagunitas, you should have picked that up. Lagunitas is, I love Lagunitas, and they have. Listen, they dropped it when they got bought out. Their prices dropped, but their beers are pretty good still. Like they're not bad at all. They got fucking stouts.
Yeah, that juicy one they got, that juicy hazy one, whatever.
Nah, they got
Little
the Imperial
something.
stouts for like
Little
$6.
something.
Bottles.
Little
Something. There you go.
Yeah.
They have one called Hop Stupid that we used to drink a lot. Too.
Yes, I love that one. And that shit's like fucking $7 for that giant ass bomber.
That's right.
It's real cheap and it's still good. I think that's like 9% also, that one. All right, guys, let's get into the VooDoo Ranger. Taste. Talk to me.
VooDoo Ranger.
Let's start with the guest. You're the guest, Daniel. Talk to us. What do you think about it?
I mean, it's pretty light. You get a nice little juice, but not sweet. But for 7.5, you think it'd be a little bit thicker. That's sort of.
I don't know why that sounded like a setup, but I'm
I was waiting for it. Like,
I want something a little thick.
I think that's
You're a guest, bro. I can't hit you with the pauses yet. I can't. I gotta let that slide. I gotta, this is your
first
one
one
and
is
only
free.
warning. You know what I
first
mean?
one is free.
I'm gonna hit you with the warning. You literally set yourself up for 7.5.
beer
I
people?
expected it to be thick.
You gonna repeat it? You go up?
I'm trying to help him understand. I'm
Yo,
trying to help.
Joe,
Okay,
hit
for
that
myself,
button.
for myself.
For yourself, yeah.
But I'm trying to
you
help him
pause it.
understand how he kind of like walked into that trap.
You around the
No,
corner,
no,
and you're
no.
like, yo, you gonna say shit? Y'all niggas ain't gonna say shit?
Hector's the advocate here. Like, oh, it's only me, huh? It's only me.
Nah, it's better. But beer people are bad, but barbecue people are way worse.
What you mean?
Everything
What you
for
mean?
barbecue people. Because I run in like all the grilling circles too,
Yeah.
and anything to do with meat is just
wow.
they're bad with it.
Pause.
I was
Sorry,
like,
bro.
Yo, how am I supposed to talk about this without y'all saying something?
Hey, yo, yo, my man.
Yo, that reminded me of the part of the last episode where we talked about using one of those stouts to season some of the meats. Yo,
No, did I tell you I marinated chicken in that spicy pickle beer?
How is it?
Yo, that's one of the worst beers I've ever had. Right?
What?
Bro, you were the minority,
Hector,
bro.
you're on your own, dog.
Your percentage is getting smaller and smaller, but every time they
But I'll give you another one in a second. But what I took a chicken breast and then I marinated it in that for like I don't know a day or so. Some pepper, a little bit of salt, and it was money.
There
I
you go.
mean, it tenderized it a little bit more because it was a little bubbly, right?
Yeah.
And then, sorry, I was gonna. The color got into the chicken.
Daniel thought about it.
See, now he's now he's worried. Now he's worried about everything he's gonna say.
Now I'm not gonna be
He's
loose.
like,
Come on, man.
You
You made our guests nervous, man.
but you know what? There's Prairie makes a spicy pickle beer.
I saw
That's
that.
a sour. That's outstanding, actually. It's not overly pickle. I mean, I love pickles and beer, but that spicy pickle beer was man, that was bad.
There's
I
nothing.
tried to chug it too.
There's
I'm
nothing
sending
that would-
one out to them on the next
Bro,
one.
like, am I the
good.
only one that likes the pickle beer? Yo, Martin
Send that
House,
shit to
holla at me,
Daniel, bro. Don't
Listen,
send
Somebody
it
else
to
must
me.
like it.
You and
my
Adriana.
house.
You and Adriana.
It's
like
coming. It's coming. I'm sending
it.
it to you.
You need an episode. We talked about this before. We need an episode where everybody sends a beer, the one that they hate, to everybody else. That Lucky Charms beer, I still got like 4 bottles.
That. He's like, I'm just
Yo,
gifting it to you guys.
I'm gonna send ya fucking founders the blushing monk.
Yo, Daniel's gonna
I don't
send
even
one
think they
box,
make it no more.
one can in one giant box, and just go, here you go, just to get rid of it. I get it.
He's like, I don't care how much it costs to ship it. Here,
All right.
You
So
can have this Lucky Charms.
get this out of my house.
Daniel gave us his input. Hector, as the brewer, talk to us. How does this supermarket beer stand up?
It's pretty good. For 7.5 supermarket beer, hazy is good. Not overpowering with the bitterness. The also on the nose, it's not too crazy. Like Daniel said, I would prefer it to be more on the fuller body side. But for 7.5, this is awesome. You know,
Yeah.
like that's something like this is my beer to go to the parties and the get-togethers that people don't really, enjoy the, like they don't like the craft beer like that. So I'm gonna take something enough so they could drink it and they're gonna like it, and I'm not gonna break my pocket.
Wait, is that a pro?
'Cause
We skipped that. That's a pro.
What?
That this is the supermarket
cost?
beers are good introduction beers to craft beer.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
VooDoo Ranger, like for my sister's baby shower, that's what I did. I bought VooDoo Rangers, and I bought some Von Trapp, the lagers. I love those hellish lagers, the dunkers. So I bought some VooDoo Rangers, and we'll fuck with it. This is good. Está buena. Okay, good. Because imagine me taking 4 packs of other half of Finback to a party.
Nah.
Like it's,
Like that's
My
what you want to
pocket's
keep for
gonna-
yourself.
bro, my pocket's gonna hurt. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, I'm cool sharing, but you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the thing,
bro.
bro,
That's
like-
why that should be on a shirt. That should be on a shirt. I'm cool sharing, but you have to appreciate it. Like, I that's exactly what we've talked about, like pretty much 1,000 times in this podcast. Like, if you don't like it, or if you whatever, like I don't know, like this. Yeah, I'll share, but give it, take some time to appreciate it. But you're right, 100%.
Yeah. My suggestion is for those that, are not into the craft beer scene, do not open a whole can. See somebody, if you like it, ask them to give you some. Pour a little bit in the cup. Yo, let me get some. See if you like it, then you go crack open a can. You don't want to take a can. But don't open the whole can and be like, yo, this shit nasty. Like, yo, I just paid fucking $9 for that shit, bro.
And also,
right now, bro.
don't start with some like really detailed, intricate mix or whatever. Just start some basic stuff.
Bro, it doesn't even matter. Just be like a double dry hop IPA. Amargo. Like,
The thing is, your
Bro.
palate for an IPA, you have to open up your palate to that, because if you're not ready for that bitterness, you're not going to enjoy it, and that's the problem with a lot of people. Like they don't realize how bitter an IPA can be, or whatever, and they taste it and it's like just a rush of bitterness, and and they're like, "Fuck this! Like, how do you enjoy this?"
this is
It's like when you first
this is
smoke
why
a
this is
cigar.
very
That's my
good.
shit.
When you
this is
first-
why these juices are good.
Yeah, but that's why when you
These
first puff a
juices are good
cigar,
for
when
that.
you puff a cigar, you're like, "What the fuck is this?" But you take some time, you appreciate it, then it gets better. So
Nah. Cigar
The-
get
the-
fucking-
Have none of the bitterness on the end either. That's paid for my PAs.
this is great. Crenly,
The one thing that-
sorry, go ahead.
I really like it. It's like it doesn't drink like a 7.5 like everybody said. The one thing that I was expecting was it to be a lot more juicy. Like they put juicy on the can, like big as hell. And I was expecting something more juicy. This is nice though.
You expected a tropicalísimo? You expected what? A whole
Tú
Starbucks in it?
sabes, tú sabes, but you know what I'm saying? Because I've had other ones that say juicy, and you can like, no shit, un juguito,
Yeah, but
this
you
one- it
paid
ain't.
$20 for 4-pack for that shit,
That's
bro.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know,
I got you.
like the hops, the hops are expensive, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of which, real quick, a quick guess. What hops do you think they're using? Citra?
Nah, they use the regular. They Centennial, Chinook, probably
Really?
some
This guy.
They got Citra in there,
Citra,
some Cascade.
probably some Cascade. Come on, Crenly, you know about some Amarillo.
I'm cheating because I'm looking at the website.
Oh, so you see, okay.
Diablo. This guy.
For the first
It's
one,
like,
the first
yo,
ones, they were
I
there,
got
right?
you, fam.
Chinook,
I'm
Centennial.
not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. Be like, yo, this some Centennial. Like, no.
The best thing about
looking
this
at the
is, and I'll go through my quick breakdown of it. The best thing about this is it's a beer that you can drink, and let's say, for instance, in that instance, right, somebody opens up a can and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And you hear that, bro, give it to me, I'll take it. And like that's an easy just grab because it's so light. It's not a heavy hazy IPA. Like I can drink these shits all night and not feel fucking bloated and heavy and
Facts.
like full. And
Yep.
this is one that, if I, like you said, Hector, at a party or even at the get together, if I had about 3 or 4 of these back to back, I don't see a
Yeah.
problem with that. This drinks. I mean, maybe I'm a little extra in this. It drinks like a pilsner lager, like a heavy lager, like one of those heavier lagers. It drinks really smooth. I think
You see the lacing? You could tell right there. You know,
that's not bad. They got a nice little
could
cap.
have had better lacing, better head, more head retention.
Listen.
Those are the little cons.
Look at Joe's face.
No, Daniel was like,
That's a proper
on.
term. Wait,
"Come on."
head retention is a proper term.
No, but you said better head. It was like, wow, okay. You know
Head
what I mean?
retention.
Maybe he does. You know, never mind. I'll shut up. It's 2022. I'm trying to be somewhat mature. I'm trying. It's not working out too well. All right.
Okay, well,
I mean, you're 4 days in, so you'll be all right.
I'm slipping. So Joe, you're drinking a Presidente. What are you drinking right now?
yo, I've already done like 3 Diet Crenlys.
Let the
But yeah,
people
I'm
know what you
drinking
mean by that.
Presidente. So Diet Crenlys, right? So these is what, 8 ounces? So it's not the small little 12-ounce one.
And it's a light beer. It's a
See,
Presidente
they
light.
look Clamato can, Joe.
Yeah, word, right?
All right, let's go around the horn, and I need scores.
So
Let's
out of
start
five.
off with
Out of 5.
out of 5.
Only
Daniel,
quarter increments.
only in quarter, or in
Quarter
quarter
increments?
increments. Yeah,
Ooh, in quarter increments.
not this 3.375 squared. None of that shit.
It depends on what scale we're talking about. I mean, if it's on
Just
Joe's
overall.
scale, it's like a solid 2.0.
You mean Joe Wonder? You mean that Joe? Joe Wonder.
Yeah, sorry.
It was like a strong 2.
That's right. I'm gonna go with Max for Joe Max because that just makes
Okay.
it easier. But I would say that. I mean, on the scale, I would say a 3. I mean, I'd be fine.
Okay. All right, so we got a 3. Hector, talk to me.
I'll do a 3 also. I like VooDoo's. I do a 3.
Joe, what you got?
I'm a rock with a 3.5.
Okay.
So we got 2 3s and a 3.5. I'm gonna go 3.25 for everything that
Okay.
everybody just said. Nothing out of
Alright.
this world, but good.
I'm gonna give them a little extra. I'm gonna give them extra little flowers. Their Instagram posts pretty fucking hilarious. The memes and shit they be making with the VooDoo Ranger
Their
himself.
marketing period is amazing.
Yeah, so there goes Joe. I love it when Joe chimes in randomly. He does that often. So I love it because it's 100% agree. Like what they do and how they fucking put it out there, bro. They do a good job. The way they do memes with the actual like the character, the VooDoo Ranger character himself, I fucking love it. It's a dope 3.25 ish.
Yeah, man.
Around the board.
It's a good beer. It's a good beer.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Listen, let's go right into rest in peace, Betty White. That was tough.
Yes.
Low gunshots for her. Listen, that was tough to hear on New Year's Eve. I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Yo, her last words too. Like she asked for Alan, which was her husband. I was like, I read that shit. I was like, oh shit.
Teared.
Fuck love.
No, but she she was listen.
Shout out to Betty, man.
I don't know if there's people are gonna get offended by this, but I'm gonna say it. She was a bad bitch. Like, if you look at the shit she would say and the shit how she carried herself all throughout her years, and bro, she did
She's
not
always
bite
been
her.
like that.
She never bit her tongue for anybody.
Nah. She was big about equality before it even was equality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like holding up a show and having a black tap dancer and saying, nah, he's gonna have extra airtime, and then a week later, show canceled.
Yeah. You know, I just found out about that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And she's been around for what? She was a 99. She didn't make it. She
was
didn't make it to 100.
like
But
10 days away.
yeah, like
Yeah.
January 17th or something like that. Either way, like maybe it's just me. I wasn't really paying attention to her life.
Yeah.
But she did a lot of shit that we don't know about. We got to give her respect for it. You know what I mean? I found out about that story. It was way back then. She did it when she knew that her job was her show was possibly on the line, and she did it anyway. So shout out to her, man. You got to give her respect for that, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, listen, she's so lived to 99. She was born what, the 30s? No, 20s.
I saw something that said she was
Tens?
alive for all 27 of the Yankees World Series. Every single World Series championship they had,
That's
he was
dope.
alive for. Think about that.
Yo, when you start to put shit in perspective like that, it's fucking nuts.
Yo, that's
Oh man, listen.
I was concerned whether I should get offended real quick. It was one of those, the Yankee little jokes.
No.
But,
She's you imagine
but
like
these
think about
mosquitoes is
it.
killing me right now.
1920s, right? 1920s to 2020 to 2021 to 21, right? How much shit advanced? Cars, TVs, computers, like phones, like the way shit advanced in that 100 years. She's seen a lot. She's lived through. It was World War One,
Everything.
World War Two, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War. Like she's seen so much, and again, nonstop vocal about it. Shout out to her, man.
Is that the piña colada?
no. This is the SBD one. This is my hazy right here. You know what I'm saying? That's my hazy right there.
Light flex.
Look at that.
Right.
You know what I'm just saying? Yo, Voodoo, holla at me.
All right, let's shout out. Listen, rest in peace, Betty White. She's a bad bitch. Respect to her. Listen, let's introduce Daniel. Let's give him his formal introduction. So Daniel has been a friend and a fan of the podcast for pretty much over a year now, 2 years almost, give or take. Daniel is a professor. He's a foodie, beer nerd, hip hop nerd. Listen, there's one thing that Daniel and I do often is we go back and forth about music all the fucking time. Like, when I have a question on music, he's the first person I go to. Like, yo, who did this? Who did that? Because like I don't know, I feel comfortable asking my friend versus going on Google. It makes more. It just has more of a has more of like a thing with it. Joe shouted him out several times and trying to replicate his pictures. You know what I mean?
Especially when I'm drunk. I just don't post them.
Joe's like,
Yo, I got mad pictures. Like, I got mad pictures like that. I just don't post them.
So Daniel, why don't you go into give the story about your name? 366 Days of Daniel. Real quick.
So
break that down.
I used to do this thing. So I was a photographer, and before I became an economics major, I was a film major. I thought I was going to make either documentaries or rap videos. That was sort of my goal in life.
Nice.
And at some point, I realized it's probably not going to pay the bills, and I'm pretty good at math. So I went this other line and became an economist. But there's always that art that's in you, right? So you have to get it out in some particular way. And I've never really been comfortable in front of the camera. Like, I speak in front of big crowds all the time, but I can't hear myself. It bugs me.
Yeah.
And so when I would take photos, I would try to like play it off like I'm looking the other way. Like, I would always be like this. And then sometimes I'd be like, oh, give me drink it. And one of my former students, a good friend of mine, lives in Miami right now. He would make fun of me about it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just keep going with it. And so it was leap year 2016. And I decided I'm going to take a picture of myself drinking something every day for this year, just for fun. Right. And I was putting it on like my personal Facebook page just because I, just wanted to like document it for me. And then maybe like half a month into it, like all my friends are like, what are you doing today? Why are you doing that? And knowing me, I just kept up in the game and just doing it one after another after another. And then all my friends were posting pictures of them drinking. And then their friends' friends were doing it because they thought it was funny too.
Oh.
And so it was just like this one year, it was leap year, so it's 366 days. And so I titled this folder 366 Days of Daniel Drinking. And then at the end of it, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to write a book. So I made a book. Actually, not a plug, but 366daysofdaniel.com. You can go there and you can buy this book. And I made it for me, right? It was just for me. It documented a year of my life.
Nice.
I went to a bunch of different countries, all different places, everything I drank. And even days when there were like tornado warnings, I'm still doing it, right? And so I did.
Is a tornado in the background?
No, that would have been awesome. I've never seen a tornado in real life. I hope I never do. but they're real here. And so that whole year, I just put this book together, and it's kind of cool to look through it.
Yeah.
And how big my pants are and things like this, and fashion changes, right? And so I just put this book together, and it was for me. And so I decided, you know what? Let me just start this Insta real quick. And that's when I started, when I put that book out, because I was like, this art is for me. It's for me to laugh at, and if y'all like it too, then it's cool. Like, I'm not trying to make money. My job pays me, right? And so it's just for me. It makes me laugh. It's some way to get that art out that is sort of. It's not that it's died, but I got a regular job, right? I mean, I'm not an artist in that sense anymore.
I love it. Yo.
Good stuff.
Listen.
The most interesting man in the world, right there.
Yo, word. Yo, I
They
didn't
got
know he had a book like
author,
that. This is dope.
Go cop a
author,
book.
economist, professor, hip hop. What is it? Historian.
Historian extraordinaire, enthusiast.
Yeah.
If you want to buy my real book, thesmoothoperators.com, that's my academic book. There's dashes between the and operators, though. That's my bread and butter. That's what pays the bills. But
Okay.
that one is
Say that one more time. What's that website again?
the-smooth-operators.com. That's my books, Cambridge University Press.
That'll be in the description, guys. Description.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the real thing. This is what I get paid for. That was my real sort of 5 years of my life. But the other stuff is just for fun.
I'm finna move into the dining room. They fucking eating me alive.
I hate
So-
mosquitoes.
So what about my man Antonio Brown?
This dude right here.
Yo, what was that? What was that all about though? Like,
Yo, fuck this job. If fuck this job had a face,
Yeah,
it'd be Antonio
seriously.
Brown.
Fuck you. You cool.
bro, that was his attitude. What was behind that though? Like, was he like is he upset at the league? Is he upset at the team? Like,
He was
So,
told something. I don't know. Maybe Crenly is being the sports guru that we got.
According to, and we're only going off of what the coach said, that the coach asked him to go in the game, and he said nah. Then the coach asked him again, nah. Whatever happened after that,
Yes.
happened after that,
I did.
he didn't like it. Whatever was said, he didn't like it. He said, "Fuck it." Took off his stuff, his pads, threw it on the bench. Took his undershirt off, threw it in the crowd. Took his gloves off, threw it in the crowd, and then he's asking for a ride from like the state troopers that are doing security at the stadium. And then he tried to get an Uber and all kinds of things. And then the next day he pops up in Brooklyn.
Listen,
I don't know.
So what happened? What I understand, part of again, I'm only hearing through the hearsay. His body wasn't 100%. Something happened where it was illness, injury, something. I don't know the details behind why he wasn't 100%. But to your point, the coach was like, "Get in, you're gonna play," and he's like, "No, I cannot play. I am not ready to play. I'm not gonna get in the game." And then that's when that happened. Listen, I don't know if I applaud the guy or I feel sorry for him. Because like when you do some shit like that, so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Google Antonio Brown, was it Bucks versus Jets? Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Just do Antonio Brown. That's
Antonio
all
Brown.
you
He's gonna pop up. The YouTube
it.
Antonio Brown. Yeah, he ran across the fucking field just like wilding out. Again, if fuck this job was a face, it'd be Antonio Brown.
Yo, so the weird part is, I don't know if they were trying to get him in the game so he can earn his bonuses.
I don't know.
Because if he was like 8 catches away from like a certain number that he needed to hit to get these bonuses, and usually they do that towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know, when people are close, they get you in the game. You know, you rush for a couple yards, whatever, just trying to make that mark. So maybe that was it. If he was injured, why wasn't he on the injury report? Why was he even dressed? Why would you even be out there in cleats if you're injured? That's a whole nother story. But I think he's crazy either way because you don't do that. Like,
I don't know.
every
man.
every time you're on the field, you're auditioning for another team. Like, let's think about that.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's been a lot of players that have done. I'm trying to avoid using the word crazy, right? So I am. So because there's triggers, and that's one thing that I have to that people forget. There's triggers that other people can do to trigger somebody to do something that might be perceived as crazy. But the question is, what did you do to push that man to that point, or that person, male, female, whoever it is, right? So like that's why I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, nobody go unless he had it pre-planned. If it's pre-planned, it's a whole different conversation. If it's premeditated, pre-planned, all that shit, fine. But if you push this man to the edge and he said, fuck it, and this is what his answer was, what did you do? You know what I mean? That's how I'm going to see it.
So, and I'll let, this is my last thing, and I'll let everybody else speak. But he had a problem. It's a trend for him. You know what I'm saying? So we can't. He's got to do, you know, thumbs in and blame himself for these things, right? He did it in Pittsburgh. And when you got skills, when you can play, you can get away. You get away with a lot more than the last dude on the bench, man number 53. They put up with that nonsense or his antics for what, 9-10 years. Then he goes over to, I think it was the Raiders. He lasted like half a day, and then he went to another team. Lasted there for like 20 minutes, and then now he lasted here for a couple. Well, he was there last year, and then now this happened. So at some point, you got to stay like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
He's the common denominator. So something happens, something's going on with him that's triggering all these things. So I'll shut up now.
It's like them kids. I'm like, the teacher's picking on me, mom. Like, bro, this is the sixth school. This is the sixth school. The teacher again?
Mr. Henderson is not that bad, so stop. By the way, Daniel's last name is Henderson, which is why I'm saying that.
It's doctors.
Dr.
Oh.
Dr. Henderson.
Yo,
I was waiting for that.
Listen.
Because he deserves that. Yes.
Give the man his fucking flowers.
Listen.
I went from Daniel to Doctor like overnight, and that was like weird for me. Like I was never Mr. When you say Mr., it sounds like my dad. Right? I never had that.
My bad.
Now,
my bad.
speaking of Antonio Brown, I'm not qualified in mental health, but
or English for that matter.
Correct.
We asked
correct.
you. We asked you.
I
for
understand
English help.
economics. Outside of that, I don't know. I'm not qualified in mental health, but my guess is he needs to talk to somebody. I'm honestly worried about that man. Right? You know, if he doesn't have football, what's he gonna do? Right? Is he gonna end up in trouble? This and that. I mean, I hope he gets help.
Wasn't he like a rapper?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Are we ready? Are we ready for the next beer?
Whatever's
Get it.
It's about that time.
We're back. Everybody's back. Got some new beers. Daniel and Crenly, Salute to Brews, has the same beer. So, fellas, introduce your beers. Daniel, go first. Go ahead.
Right now, we're messing with Future Hop
Hey.
IPA. It poured really, really clear. Like, I'm not convinced I've seen an IPA that looked that clear when I poured it before.
Where's the glass?
Oh, yeah. It looks a little bit darker in the glass.
Yeah.
But when it poured really clear. Like, not water, but really like this one is like 8%. Let me take another hit.
Yo, VooDoo Ranger's fucking not playing around. 8%?
Yeah, no lie. The next one's 9. It drinks really clean. A little more bitter on the back than the first one. Definitely not the juice flavor. It's sort of like goes in smooth and light and clean, and then the IPA comes a little bit at the back, but not like extra bitter.
Okay. Crenly, what's your take on this?
On the nose, you don't get like a big rush of hops and bitterness. You don't get it. And like Daniel was saying, it is clear. I can see, looking at it from this side, I can see my logo straight on the other side. It's clean. Like the bitterness you tasted in the back end, that is true. No juice at all. So it's more on the bitterness side. I like this. This is VooDoo Ranger. I like it. 8% ABV, doesn't really drink like it.
Okay.
But I like this.
Is it more like a West Coast or just not really?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's just ultra clean on the beginning.
Got it.
Like more like a spirit on the beginning than, I'm not going to say it's like a spirit, but like not quite vodka, but it comes in really clean and light on the front.
Kind of like a pilsner.
Little
Does that give you like a pilsner vibe with a little bit more bitterness towards the end?
Yeah, the smoothness a little bit, but you don't get like any of the malt or the amber or anything like that in it. It's really clean, and then it comes bitter on the end.
Good shit.
I don't know if I had a friend of mine, the one I said who drinks all the Voodoos. I just texted him because I didn't have it. I was like, "You got this?" He's like, "Yeah, I got you." And so he gave me 2, and I don't know if I drink a 6-pack of it, which I don't normally, but if we're at a party and we drink it, I'll drink another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Danny, real quick though, before we move on to you guys, which one did you like better, this one or the one we had before this one?
I think I like the Juicy Haze better than I like this one.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Good shit.
Okay.
All right, so
Take it away.
Hector and I are doing the VR Hop Venger IPA. VR, I don't know if that's part of the title, but Hop Venger IPA.
VooDoo Ranger.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you go. Yeah, you're right. All right, my bad. Listen, it's the beginning of the year, all right? I'm still recovering. No, Hop Venger IPA, nothing specific on here about it other than the fact that it's a 7.7% ABV. Color on it is very fucking malty. Like
Malty.
when we poured it, Hector and I, the head just took forever to settle.
Mad head.
I'm okay with owning that one because I had to describe it. So, let me go ahead and take my first sip. Oh, shit, spilled it.
Drank right through the head, Max.
I mean...
How about no?
We haven't heard that one in a while. I gotta bring that back. This one has there's floaties in this bitch, so you guys can't see it. I don't think, but as I'm
I thought it was
staring
only one. I was like, am I bugging?
there's some serious floaties in this. There's a bit of sweetness on the back end. It's wow, like there's hardly no bitterness. Yeah, it's sweet at the end. This is interesting.
It's more like on the malty side for some reason. Like
It's malty, but not bad malty. Like it's not.
yeah, it's like a smooth, balanced malty. There's no bitterness to it.
Yeah.
No hot
And
bite.
the end is super. I'm getting like a lot of sweetness at the end. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what kind of sweetness it is. I might sound. It's almost caramelish at the end. Slight butterscotchish caramel, like
yeah, it's like a
slight.
citrusy sweetness to it.
I don't know about citrus. I was trying to pick up on the
Slightly.
citrus. I'm definitely getting a lot more of the caramel butterscotch type of taste.
I get like a little citrusy sweetness at the end, but definitely get the malt forward.
And that's probably where I get the butterscotch caramel from. Is the malts. All right, Crenly, on you now.
All right, so we're gonna go around the table once again. Hector, let's start off with you. What do you think? Give me a score, please.
Of the
This
Hop
one?
Venger. Hop Venger score.
As always.
I'm not really too crazy about this one. I'm gonna give it a 2. It's a good beer. It's good.
Strong 2 or like a okay 2?
Strong 2, 7.7. It's smooth for 7.7 to drink smooth, but it's just not my preference. My
The princess.
not what I like.
Joe,
Venger,
talk to me.
I'm almost identical when it comes down to what Daniel said. Juicy is still the preferred taste, but I'm not at a 2 like Hector. I'm more of a 3 and 3.25. So a 3.25, leaning more towards a 3.25. It's not. I'll be honest with you. It's not out of so far out of all the VooDoo Rangers that I've had. This is not a preferred one, but I would drink this.
But you're still giving it a 3.25?
Yeah, like if somebody gave this to me, I drink this. Yo, here's a beer. Cool, thank you.
And you give it, so it's a good 3.25. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's 7.7. I mean, we're only going a little bit higher as far as ABV. But again, if I had to choose between the two, so here's my two that I'm choosing or got to choose from. If I had to choose one, Juicy would still be the Juicy's still leading the pack. So, but it's good. I fuck with it. So
far the Juicy is leading. It's the leader in the clubhouse.
I mean,
Doctor.
we still got to go through you guys rating.
Oh yeah. So, but
I mean, I've had a fair number of Voodoos, but I can't. Usually, I've just been drinking them when we were at like a pool party or something like this. I'd say this is my least favorite so far, but it's not bad, right? I mean, but I can't. If I rated the other one as a 3, this can't be more than like 2.5. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I'm not excited about this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. So I'm not gonna give it a. If I give the Juicy a 3, I'm not gonna give this one a 3. And I don't like it. Like, nah, Max. Yo, voodoo.
I fuck with this. I wouldn't listen if I had 2 6-packs staring at me.
Clearly,
I had the Hop Venger.
Mans, yo.
I had the Hop Venger and I had the Juicy. I'm getting Juicy every day. Same.
So if I remember correctly, I gave Juicy a 3.25. I'm gonna give this one a 3.
Okay.
The Juicy's better. This one is not bad. But like we've all said, I feel the same way. I share the same views. If it's between the Juicy and this one, I'm at the store and I got 2, or if somebody brings it to my house, I'm not gonna be upset if they bring this over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, I can mess with this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be upset if they bring some Avengers to the house. I'm gonna drink them.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, let's make it clear. Let's remind the audience that we're drinking. Hector and I are drinking the Hop Venger, and the 2 red shirts, Doctor and Crenly are drinking the futuristic.
Future Hop IPA.
All right, let's move on. I do have an update for Arizona Beer Week. Yesterday, I ran into one of the owners of the Shop Beer Company here in Tempe, Arizona, David, and he's welcoming us to stop by on the 23rd. We have penciled in at the moment. So we got the facility to us. I don't know, Hector, I know you went there, but you didn't actually get a chance to go to the back brewing area and everything else. Yeah. So they have a project that's coming up that I don't know if I'm able to share yet. I don't know if I'm supposed to. He told me yesterday, but there's a big project coming up that's gonna bring the facility to a whole new level. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So they're welcoming us with open arms. So let's go. I'm down. David's awesome. He's always been a fan of the podcast. He's always been a fan of helping, just support the community and everything else. So cool guy. Jason, David. There's a third one. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. But Jason and David, those are my guys. So looking forward to hanging out with you guys and drinking. So the whole crew's gonna be there.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
All right. So you guys want to hear a fun story about New Year's Eve?
Sure. What you do?
I didn't do anything. So
tell us, Joe.
Yo, this little laugh of his.
Yo,
it sounds like he did some crazy shit.
It's been a long time. It's been an extremely long time since I got a drunk call. Right? Very long time since I got a drunk call. No, it wasn't Joe. Joe didn't drunk call me. So there's this lady that I was really cool with in my early 20s. And we've stayed connected via social media and everything else over the years. What in the hell possessed her to call me via Facebook Messenger, 3 a.m. my time, Arizona time, and tell me all these, I was supposed to be it and and this and that. And I'm like, yo, you seen me go through, like, both my kids were born, like, you see me move around, like, where the fuck is this all coming from? Like, what's going on? Here I am, semi-buzzed, kind of drunk, sleepy, trying to get through this conversation, not be a dick, because I'm cool with the person. And it's like, okay, that was an interesting conversation. It's been a while since I had that. So,
You know what happens is that liquor courage, yo. Sometimes they gotta go through some shit and feel a certain kind of way so they could go ahead and profess their love to you.
I think it's that time. I think today is that time,
Bro,
now.
it happens.
But I'm a possess. What is it?
Confess
my love to you,
bro. I was like this. Like for those listening, I'm like looking at my phone, half eyes open. I'm like this, like, okay, either somebody's arrested or somebody got shot. Something happened. Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's where my mind's going. And I answer the phone and it's just like, what are you doing? By the way, feel free to stalk my social media.
New Year.
Feel free to stalk my social media. You're never going to figure out who this person was. I promise you. Feel free to go ahead and stalk it. You're never going to figure it out. The point is...
You know what happened.
I'm going to try.
Go for it. The point is, she called me, and I have not spoken to this person in probably at least more than 7 years. Minimum.
Damn.
That's minimum. And it was a random call. And I'm just like, okay.
I'm gonna start praying for you, Joe.
Did you call back the next day? And
I texted a few times to make sure she was good. I did. I said, hey, I want to make sure she was home. Because one of the first things I said, yo, are you home? That's the first thing I said. Are you home? And she has a bit of a, I don't know how to say this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She has an interesting side. She's like, yeah, I'm fucking home. Like, she has that temper, She's a strong Puerto Rican woman, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
And where this fucking phone call, I mean, listen, I'm a huge believer in drunk words or sober thoughts. I'm a huge believer in that. If you say some wild shit when you're drunk, it's because when you're sober, this shit runs through your head. I'm a huge believer in that. And
Facts.
so I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, where's this all coming from? Like, I'm like, and I mean, obviously,
I fucking love you, Max.
Obviously, I'm like, I'm in Arizona, right? You know I live here in Arizona. What do you do?
I was there
I'm
for
like,
you.
yo, I live in
I love
Arizona.
the podcast.
Yo, is she on the East Coast? Is she on the...
She's on the East Coast. I wouldn't give away the state.
So it's like 7 a.m.
I'm telling. No. It was about 4 or 5. I was half asleep, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like, I'm like talking to her. I hung up on her halfway because she was super quiet. The point is, I got this random call. I'm literally like this. For those listening, I'm staring at my phone. I'm like, are you good? Yep. And she's cursing me out the whole time because
I like getting those drunk calls.
Me too.
Yeah, be like so.
Some people it's great because you want to hear those thoughts. You want to hear those like, oh, this is how you really feel. This is how you really feel. Then there's some people
So
I'm like,
tell me.
When you in DR, ¿qué tú haces? What are you doing?
So tell me.
Anyway, I got a call on New Year's Eve.
What?
I thought you were about to be like, all right, the podcast is over. We're out.
Word, man. Like, that's it. End of the podcast. Yeah, call on New Year's Eve. Listen, that was the most interesting conversation I had in a long time. I have not heard back from that person. They've checked my messages, which they left me on red. And I'm pretty sure they felt kind of embarrassed. Drunk words are sober thoughts. That's what I'm stopping this whole conversation on. So if you say some shit when you drunk, you were thinking it. That's it. I've had 48 ounces of VooDoo Ranger. Is that math right? Yes. 48 ounces of VooDoo Ranger. This is the most
36.
VooDoo Ranger. No. 24.
I've had 80 ounces.
Residente.
I've had 4 of these 12-ounce cans. There's just 48 ounces. That's math, right? I can math.
There you go.
I'm not an economics major, but I can math.
Excel told me it was 48.
Yeah, Excel. I put it into my Excel formula. Auto sum. Yep, 48. Done.
But wait, before we start, can we shout out the sponsors real quick though?
Do it. Go for it.
Make sure you order your stuff at salutobrews.com. Utilize Max 15. Also, utilize EYB Max for free shipping on Earn Your Booze. And don't forget, Tragos. 50% off of your Tragos purchases. That's right.
Yo, you want to have a fun time drinking? This is the drinking game.
Yo, this shit right here gets you into a lot of good trouble, by the way.
Yeah. Spicy.
So Hector and I are gonna go first. Hector and I are drinking this VooDoo Ranger experimental IPA. Max Experimental. Yo, that's the plug. Max Experimental. No? Okay. Fuck y'all. This is a everybody quiet and leave me out there. Fine.
He was quick too. He was quick.
This is a regular IPA at 6.6%. So this is the lowest IPA we've had all night. Crenly, can you do me a favor? Can you, since you have the computer up, can you pull up what experimental IPA is about? Because this motherfucker is clear as hell. And the only reason why you can't see it, for those of you watching and listening, you can't see it is because of the condensation. But if I remove some of it, no, you can probably see. Like, you can see like my face on the other side of the glass.
Yeah, look how clear it is. Look at me.
Hector got the better. Yeah, that's clear as fuck. Hector.
As fuck.
Clear AF, bruh. What's good? Hector, go for the first taste. Let me know what you think.
Bruh, first taste. With nada.
Say that.
It's not bad. Wow.
It's crisp, clean, hop, sharp, cuchillo in the tongue right away. So for those that like the hop, the hop bite, the hop sharp sing bitterness.
Wow.
This is a beer to go. Light on the body. It has a good taste. Like, I like the taste. Yeah. It has a very green, earthy, kind of dank taste to it.
But not too much.
So
not too much.
Huh?
It's not too much though. It's not too heavy.
No, not too much. No, but it's good. Little green, little dank, little earthy, crisp, sharp, bitterness.
Yeah.
To it that I really appreciate. So I'm down. I like this. It's good,
bro.
This is better than the Avenger.
Agreed. And no disrespect, but it is.
No, for me, no disrespect.
No.
They're all good.
Yeah.
This one, I'll drink this one before the Avenger.
Agreed.
But I'll drink the Juicy before this one.
But what I love about this is, what's crazy? As we were talking about it, this is in my opinion, the summertime IPA. This is something that I would drink poolside, hot as fuck,
Yeah.
chilled.
Yeah.
Throw it back.
Super cold.
Yeah.
Super cold.
This is really good. This is really
super cold. This has to be so good.
This is, to echo Hector, this is super crisp, super clean. There's a lot of notes, like Hector mentioned, some dankness, some earthy tones and all that stuff. But all joking aside, this is I love this beer. This is a great beer to if you want to get those Pilsner drinkers into IPAs. This is the perfect beer to transition them into. I think
so. This is what they got on their website.
Go for it.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is what they got on their website. Our VooDoo Ranger family is brewed with trend-setting hop and malt varieties and served with a side of sarcasm. The bottom line, if you're looking for innovative IPAs that are hop forward, bold, and occasionally hazy, the VooDoo Ranger fam has your back. Mm-hmm. So that's the only description they have of this one. They don't talk about
the experimental.
Yeah, they don't. There's no details to it. All they have is the ABV 6.6, IBU 41, the yeast.
I think 41 is kind of high.
Galaxy.
I'll be honest with you. I think 41 is kind of high.
What they said? What they said? What the hops? Galaxy.
Hops was Galaxy. Yeast is ale, and the malt pale, honey, and Pilsner.
The honey.
Pale. Okay, pale malt and some honey biscuit malt.
Listen. This is almost
Galaxy?
this is like an IPA. This is like a Pilsner described. Sorry, this is an IPA disguising itself as a Pilsner.
Yeah, Pilsner malt.
This is good. This is fucking
crisp. That's where you get the crispness from the Pilsner malt. Like that flavor, like that.
Oh, this is good. I like this.
And from the yeast too, of course.
But we'll circle back to the rating, but I like this a lot. We'll go back, but this is really good. All right, Crenly, Dr. Henderson, Professor Henderson. Is Professor better than Doctor? What's the?
So
Doctor.
almost every professor is a doctor, but most doctors aren't professors. So professor would be the.
It's like every
Sorry.
what is it? Every hot tub is a
Wait,
it's not
what?
a jacuzzi, but every jacuzzi is a hot tub.
I shouldn't have sent it 3 beers in, but
Yes.
most professors, almost every professor is a doctor,
Okay.
but most doctors aren't professors.
Okay.
So if you're in Germany, they would call you Doctor, Professor, so and so, PhD. They like go serious with it.
OD.
Yeah. So in different countries, it's different, but professor is typically a higher level, and then there's different levels of professor too.
Okay.
There's like assistant, associate, full, and things like this. It's a little more detailed than we need, but I'm like at the highest level.
Yo, flex. Yo, talk that. Yo, and he said buy both my books.
I spent a
Hold
lot
that.
of time in a library. Let's say that. When my friends were goofing around and answering pagers, I was in the library.
Listen.
Or ignoring girls. And
Let me just put it out there.
Yeah, más o menos.
Let me put it out there.
He's like, más o menos.
If there is a podcast that's out there right now, and this is where I'm gonna talk my shit, that has a high level doctorate professor talk to us.
PhD. Don't
Reach
forget
out to
that.
us.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna flex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flex. This is my guy.
We got a brewer too.
This
We
is
got a
my
brewer.
guy. And we got a brewer. Yo, fuck. Come on.
Aquí en este podcast tenemos todo. We
Yo.
have it all.
Daniel, are you drinking the Imperial VooDoo Ranger?
Yeah. So I'll show it. It's a VooDoo Ranger Imperial IPA.
I think it only comes
The
in bottles.
first one's 7.5. The next one was 8. This one's 9. This tastes like a 9.
Ooh.
Like the 7.5 didn't taste like a 7.5. The 8 didn't taste like like an 8. But this 9 tastes like a 9.
Is that a bad thing
I
or a
mean,
good thing?
I'm not here to get I like beer because I like the taste. It's not that I'm necessarily trying to get like trash, right?
Okay. You're on the
But
wrong
this is
podcast for
one
that,
that
buddy.
Look, I get it, right?
You
I'm
you
a
walked into
little-
the wrong podcast, fam.
I know what y'all's preferences are, right? But this one tastes like a 9.
Okay.
Like I'm fine with whatever level it is, but I'm not convinced that I want it to taste like a 9. Right? This one, and we were talking about the downside. You don't get any of the aroma on any of these.
No,
Right?
100%.
You're getting none of the bouquet at all. And maybe I got the wrong glass, but
My man said bouquet.
I'm not getting bouquets.
Hold on.
any.
Hold on. Yo, who the fuck says bouquet? I'm throwing that out there. Bouquet, bro. Talk to us about the bouquets of the beer. Go for it.
Yo, I spent a lot of time in Belgium, so I started speaking French and shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, doctor.
Yo.
School him up.
Doctor, go. Take him to church. Go ahead. Talk to them.
In Belgium, you got to have the right glass for every beer. So one of my co-authors has got he's got a basement, and he's got every glass for every beer that he's got. Right, and the right beer's got to have the right glass, so you get the right bouquet coming off of that. And these beers, like a wine glass, works for most beer. Right, you drink beer out of a wine glass, that's fine. You'll get the bouquet out of that. I'm getting nothing out of any of these. And it's either COVID or I'm not getting it, right?
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. No.
I'll slow off on a Marion, right? But this one, it doesn't have the IPA taste. It has the, whatever Imperial is that, like that heavy, let's say Gordo. I don't want to say thick anymore. It's got that heavier.
It's still a pause moment.
Yeah.
Pause.
It's not quite like a triple,
Okay.
but something like that sort of level of texture. Right.
Do you
I don't
get
think
like
it's-
do you get like a barrel aged, but like not barrel aged, like left that shit in there for like 7 days and pulled it out type of thing?
Not malty, not barrel aged, but like a Belgian triple almost. Like that sort of like
Okay.
when it hits your tongue, it's sort of like that. This is not my favorite one, and this one's gonna put me over a little bit.
Okay. Sounds good. Crenly. What's your
I'll be
what's
quick.
how are you gonna one up the doctor? Go ahead.
I can't one up the doctor. He's a doctor. I'm not even gonna attempt. I'm gonna
No, I'm fucking
stay in
with
my
you.
lane.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna stay in my lane. It's not great. I tell you this much. It's not great. These are not one. This is not one that you like drink multiples of. Like the other ones we had, we can drink multiples of it and be happy and we're cool, and all that. This one, not so much. Drink one just to drink it and at least experience it. It's not great in comparison to the other ones.
Okay.
But like I was saying, like I'm not saying it's barrel aged or whatever, but like it has that like somebody dropped 2 drops of liquor in it.
Boozy? It's boozy?
Yeah. You can even get it on the nose, just a hint of it. You know what I'm saying? So, are we the only ones drinking this, or you guys got this?
So
too?
it's you. No, it's you two. So we have the experimental. Hector and I have experimental.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll go first on my score. I'm gonna have to give this a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. Yeah.
Wow.
It's just not my preference.
Okay.
Joe, talk to me. What do you have? What's your score?
I love this. I know this is probably not Hector's. I love this. This right here. This experimental. Whatever the fuck that means. VooDoo. Whatever the fuck this means. I love this. This is definitely... This is right up there with the Juicy. Juicy would get a higher rating because of the ABV. But this is just below the Juicy at a 3.25.
I could drink these back to back, so I'm gonna give it a solid 3.
Okay.
Solid 3. I enjoyed this one.
My man Joe's over there chugging.
Yo, he's gone
Diet
through like
Crenlys.
5.
I'm down in
5
these diet Crenlys
Number
like
one
crazy.
choker guy.
Yo, they don't go bad, dude. Like
I'm on number 13 right now that I'm about to get.
13.
Yo, we need a picture of all those cans. So by the way, I'm not gonna lie. We need a picture of all those little cans.
I threw out. There's like 5 right now on the floor. There was 7 outside.
He's like leaving a trail.
I feel bad for the cleaning lady tomorrow. She'll be all right.
Juicy together. You two did the Future, and you two did the Imperial. So that's already 6. 3, excuse me, 3. And then we went through 2 more. So that's 6. It's a lot. Listen,
Stop counting in public, dude.
I can't do math.
Bro,
I can't
bro.
He's all over the place.
2 + 2 is 6.
10, 20, whatever. Listen, I've drank the most VooDoo Ranger I've ever drank in this podcast, and I'm not mad at that. This has actually been a fun conversation for all of us, with Crenly and Daniel having different ones, Hector and I having different ones. I'm super happy we did this. VooDoo Ranger, New Belgium, whoever the fuck I gotta give props to. These beers are actually really good. When you think about the price, availability, mass production, all that shit, these beers are really, shout out to you guys, man. This is you guys, deserve your flowers, right? So I'm gonna say what the fuck I assume is on everybody's mind. Flurona? I'm sorry.
And there's another
Hold
strain
on.
that just came out too.
Hold on. No disrespect, Joe. Give me a second. Flurona? My man.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure you're making shit up at this point.
I thought about Shrek when I heard Flurona.
Yo, that one came out today, right? That Flurona shit.
You mean the Fiona? The Fiona?
Yo, because of Fiona, that ass. I thought about Shrek. I was like, oh shit. Creo que hace Shrek aquí, but
Bro,
aquí,
the
leave it.
Flurona, my nigga.
But man,
But
listen.
there's another one.
No disrespect
too.
to anybody who's going through this, but I'm sorry. Sometimes when they name this shit, like,
Bro.
yo, you're doing. What are you?
How
what are
many
you doing?
bets did you smoke?
Yo,
Hurricanes have a certain system. Hurricanes go alternating male, female, alphabetical order. Feel free to correct
Isn't it
me.
about who discovered it?
No, it's what it is.
No.
It's alphabetical order
That's why.
and male, female, and it switches back and forth. Type of thing.
I learned something new.
I don't.
There you go. Educational podcast, goddamn.
Word.
Facts.
Where are they getting this? Flurona? You're not even
I
trying.
don't even know.
You're not even
I
trying.
even
It's
know
been the
anymore.
Greek alphabet. It's been the Greek alphabet so far. That's where Omicron, Delta, and Omicron. Those are all Greek
But
letters.
Flurona? You're not even trying. You
Bro.
gave up.
Yo, maybe we're just running out of options.
Bro,
Just-
it's like you go to the fake sneaker spot with the Africans selling the fake sneakers and be like, yo, I got this new colorway right here. Like, that shit ain't come out, bro. This the new shit right here, bro.
Yo.
Orange and green Air Jordan 40s.
Yo,
Like, Air Jordan
this
40s.
is sky blue pink,
They
my man.
fo-
You got this. You're the only one that got this. Sky blue pink. I got you.
Yo, word, like, bro, what are you making this shit up right now, bro? What the hell's going on?
Yo, Flurona?
You gonna fall apart on me, bro.
Flurona?
Yo, boy.
Rona, bro.
Bro, that sounds like some shit we would come up with, drunk as fuck, putting some shit together.
Arizona beer.
Yeah, yo, you got that hybrid, bro. You got that Flurona.
You got the Max Experimental IPA. Listen, I'm sorry.
I haven't read up on this Flurona, so I don't know.
Yo.
Yo,
I tried to Google it. It's
Flurona?
just weird.
No, it just came out today, right?
Flu, F-L-U, Rona. That's it.
Yeah, no, I got you.
There's literally nothing more to that. No, but you don't. I'm trying to express how like simple this name is. That's not. Listen, I'm gonna sound like a dick right now, and I don't know how much backlash I'm gonna get.
Then don't say it.
It sounds
Don't
like
say it.
No, I'm gonna say it.
Damn
That's
it.
like you're in the
Oh, fuck, here
you're in
we
the
go.
wrong neighborhood, and yo, you keep it up, I'm gonna get Flurona to fuck you up. That's what it sounds like. Like
What?
Here's the thing.
yo,
I tell my kids all
Flurona's
the
gonna come
time.
through and beat your ass if you don't stop your shit. Like, come
Here's
on.
what I tell my kids every time. If you have to preface it with, but I'm not, and I'm that, or but I'm gonna, then just shut the fuck up.
Yo, shut the
If
fuck
I
up
make it
before
flag, please,
Flurona
I'm
comes
gonna
through and
say
fucks
anyway.
you up. Flurona's gonna
Anytime
find
have
you.
to start with that, just shut it down. They all try to help you here, right? Just shut it down.
I thought
If
we,
you're
I thought we
a little
learned our lesson.
concerned,
Like, yo,
Yo, here
is it
comes.
this side or this side? Just shut
Yo,
up.
yo, you heard about Flurona? Chill, bro. We don't talk about her here. I'm like, chill. I'm like, yo.
Flurona.
But is the better question? Does anybody get named Corona or COVID after this?
yes,
Yeah, in DR, bro.
yes. There's going to be somebody out there with that COVID, like it somewhere in their name.
Yo, in 20
Is
years,
anybody named Zika right now?
in 20,
Sí, influenza.
Yes.
in 20 years,
Influenza, ven acá.
in 20 years, Flurona is gonna hit she's gonna be the senator or some shit like that. She's gonna be a elected official.
Flurona Harris.
Yo, there's a polio
Flurana,
right somewhere out there.
Flurana
Oh,
Torres, some shit like that.
I'm telling
Yo,
you.
yo, imagine my man be like, yo, COVID Cron Gutierrez. COVID Cron.
That's it. That's the
COVID Cron.
We can't beat
Él es
that.
primo de Chacratón. COVID Cron.
We're done. We're done.
Yo, vote.
When you're not sure what to cut out of the episode,
VooDoo-
this is what to cut out of the episode.
VooDoo Flurona
Oh my god.
The best
Gutierrez.
names I've ever heard.
VooDoo Flurona Gutierrez. That's what it's gonna be. Like that's the next
Her name is fire.
Voodoo,
Right?
Yo, yes.
VooDoo Flurona Gutierrez, bro. Like,
Daniel,
yo, it
Daniel,
flows.
what were you gonna say?
What are the
Knock-
best
knock-
names you heard? The best name I heard was there was two names. One was Cash Monet,
No.
and the other one I'm not sure if these kids were the name or the not, but this woman yelled at her kids, "Hennessy, Alizé, get your ass."
Oh
over
yeah,
it."
no, that's
Yeah, that's
anybody
in the
born
East
between
Coast?
2003 and
in the East Coast,
2007.
That's love.
That is your first and middle name. Hennessy, Alizé, Alizé, Hennessy.
Yeah.
One or the other. I know a child. Hey,
Yeah.
I know a child named Alizé. Middle name is Alizé.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I actually know.
Hennessy Moet. Hennessy Moet. Come on now. Hennessy Moet.
Millennia, Miata. Yeah, you start calling them.
Yo, come on
What
now.
about Knife, where you pronounce the K?
Okay. Fun fact.
The whip.
That case is there for decoration.
The whip.
Listen, if I offend the Flurona named community, I'm not sorry. You're a bitch. That's what it is. Anybody named Flurona, you're a bitch. That's it.
She's probably really lovely. 20 years from now.
Probably a nice
Hello,
lady,
see.
Yo, listen, if you listen to this
Mira,
10,
y Flurona.
15, 20 years from now and you find us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever, and you're like, yo, they're talking shit about me, I'm not sorry. You're a bitch. Flurona.
20 years from now, there's so much content. I mean, I imagine they'll find something. But
Yo, in 2042, if you're still talking about this episode, you're probably a bitch.
We did something right. We did something right.
there's something to be said about this. I mean, the chance of this anything showing up 20 years from now is low.
Any final words you want to share with the world? Anything you want to share with the world? I'm drunk. Listen, I drank. Hold on. For the record, I drank a 6-pack of different VooDoo Rangers, 24 ounces each pour. I'm a little fucked up. Not gonna lie. Not as bad as I was for the stout episode. Just saying.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
We might have to do that again. By the way, I'm just throwing it out there.
We should do it.
Borrachito.
But back to
Joe.
Daniel.
Yeah,
Daniel,
Daniel.
you were gonna go set your.
Oh
final
no! I
thoughts.
mean, I thought I would have had something planned, but I don't. I enjoyed this. I thought it was cool. You know, I like to do things where we experiment. We try different things. And different people taste it at different times in different orders. And I mean, I remember living in Texas and Fat Tire was the thing, right? I mean, and I went to Fort Collins. I didn't go to New Belgium. I went to, a place where I like sours, right? But I'm glad that we did this in this way. And I like doing weird shit like it. The idea of drinking beers we used to drink or beers that, that we didn't like and see how other people taste it, whether or not it's the Lucky Charms beer or it's that spicy pickle beer, whatever. I think it's really cool you get people in different parts of the country, and I've never met none of y'all in person, right?
Yet.
And so, but there's
Yes.
still like this beer relationship in some sense, right?
yeah.
And so the whole idea of it is really cool, right? And so I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did it with something like VooDoo Ranger.
Fuck yeah.
And, if they can bring people together and, with common interests, it's cool.
Listen, they brought us together, worth the $20 to 12-pack. I fuck with y'all. All right, Crenly, your final thoughts.
Final thoughts, man. Hey, happy New Year! First of all, we I don't think we said it to each other, but if we did, happy New Year to all of you and our listeners and the people watching this. Don't forget, number one thing you got to do on 2022 is go to salutobrews.com.
I knew it was coming.
Get your
Number
glasses,
one bullshit guy. Number one bullshit guy.
get your glasses, get your coasters, get your bottle openers.
Hoodies.
You know what I'm saying? We got.
Come on, man.
We
Come
got.
on.
We
You're
got
wearing a
hoodies.
hoodie. You got a bright-ass red hoodie.
Yeah, I got my red hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So we got it all. So go visit. It's the new year, man. Attack it with, make some goals. Don't make these what do you call that? New Year resolutions. Make goals, realistic goals, and every day work towards achieving that goal, man. All right. Cheers to you, man. Happy New Year. Let's make it happen.
Word.
Yes.
Joe, Final thoughts. Talk to us.
I'm fucking sleepy. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here in DR. What are we talking about? Final
You got
thoughts.
another 6-pack in you. Go for it.
Yeah, I do, but I have shit to do tomorrow. Happy New Year, guys. You already know. Make sure you support our sponsors. Earn your booze, Salute to Brews, Tragos. Make sure you utilize Max 15 for Salute to Brews and Tragos, EYB Max for Earn Your Booze, free shipping. First and foremost, thank you, Daniel, for coming through. I really do appreciate the vibes. Like, this guy is fucking hilarious. And like, I actually learned a little bit more of you and have more respect. So, Arizona Beer Week, man, I can't wait. Hopefully, Lord willing, may God open up the universe, open up paths so you can actually come through and chill with us. But besides all that, man, 2022 is going to be a great year for us, for everybody. Hector's going to be home brewing, winning more competitions, and Starbucks is going to open up. Salute is going to be open up more. And Max Laman is going to be doing great things. And that's pretty much it, man. Like, I don't know how I said 96 ounces of Presidente beer. Yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep.
Perfect.
I'll see you guys.
Perfect.
Hector, what's your thoughts, bro? Wrap it up.
Thoughts, man. Just I want to wish everybody a happy 22, healthy, lots of blessings to everybody. Thanks for listening to us. Everybody that's always in tune. Thank you. It's gonna be a year of a lot of good things coming up. Wishing everybody, just the best. As always, siempre activo, drink a beer, live life, mind your fucking business. Remember, the more you worry about somebody else's shit, the less time you have to focus on your shit. Mind your fucking business for 22. Focus on yourself. Make it happen for you. Because if you don't make it happen for you, ain't nobody else fucking handing out shit for you, all right? So get it ready. Get it stepping. Get it popping. 22, let's go.
Listen, I'm going to finish it. Pause. This is the first time in a long time that I finished a 6-pack.
Mas tá malito.
I'm drunk-ish.
Yo, somebody take the wheel, my man.
Take my keys. Take my keys. Where's my keys? Somebody take my keys.
Get him the keys, bro. Get him the keys.
No, all joking aside. Listen, VooDoo Ranger, New Belgium, whoever the fuck we got to recognize in this situation. I thoroughly enjoyed. First of all, we love your beers. We talked about it a few times on the podcast. To start off 2022 with a beer that's widely accessible nationwide and with somebody who is a huge friend and fan of the podcast, Dr. Henderson, I'm really excited to start the year this way. There's so much that we have coming, so much that we have to deliver that, what are we, 6-7 days in? I don't know even know what day it is. 5 days in. 5 days in. There's tomorrow's 6th day when it drops. Listen, there's so much more that we have to deliver in this year. When I think about 2021 and how this podcast grew as a whole, just thinking back to when we started 2021, where we are now. Sorry, I'm getting my emotional bag a little bit, but no.
Where's the say, Dave?
We're taking 2022 by storm. Everybody's on the same page. Joe's in DR, connected with his mic and everything else.
Pause.
You know what I mean? Like he's like, that shows you where we are, my man.
I'm gonna be in fucking Colombia in March.
Colombia.
This shit.
Colombia.
Max is trying to say, thank you for listening. We got plenty more, much more coming. Stay tuned.
I appreciate. Listen, I said it last episode.
Positive.
I said last episode. I appreciate everybody's genuine love, and what we have to offer. I do. I 100% do. Like, I follow a lot of the other podcasts that are out there. I do. All the beer podcasters and everything. I follow them. and I appreciate what they do. And I know you have options. And if you're rocking out with us, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're rocking out with us. We appreciate it. 2022, we're coming without a condom. We're fucking it raw. We're doing what it is. Yo.
Be safe.
Be safe. Wear a mask. But you know what? Condoms are optional.
Yo, I don't want to estimate. Whoa! Have a fucking good night. You already know. I'm out
Later,
of here.
guys.
You still in the
Ciao.
cooties?